20-year-old Malik Lawson is a warrior.
How I've raised him is to understand that everyone has something. And with him, he has sickle cell.
Since birth, Malik has been fighting the painful disease.
We educated ourselves very early on about what he needed to do, what we needed to do as his parents.
And that includes knowing Malik's medication routine and knowing his triggers.
If you're waiting for the bus and the bus is late and it's cold outside, you can't stay outside like the rest of the kids.
Sickle cell disease is an inherited blood disease. For most people, blood cells are circular. For those with sickle cell, it's shaped like a sickle, making it difficult for the cells to pass through tiny blood vessels, causing excruciating pain. Pain Melinda Lawson saw with Malik.
It felt like shards of glass trying to pass through your veins. That's what it feels like to have a crisis.
Melinda is part of the organization called FACTS, Finding a Cure Together for Sickle Cell. The group is dedicated to spreading awareness and the facts. 100,000 people in the U.S. have sickle cell disease. It primarily affects African Americans. According to the Virginia Department of Health, 1 in 325 African Americans are living with sickle cell disease in the Commonwealth. 1 in 12 have the trait.
You can only get it if both of your parents have the trait. Knowing whether or not you have the trait is really, really important. That is the way we're going to reduce the numbers.
I personally have sickle cell trait.
State Delegate Dolores McQuinn has been leading the sickle cell fight at the state capitol, helping to pass House Bill 2500 this year. The once fellowship is now an endowment, meaning more money for research.
That bill helps to raise the awareness. It certainly, in terms of legislators, make them much more aware, those who are in the African American community, as well as it's a bipartisan bill.
Both Delegate McQuinn and Melinda would join forces with sickle cell warriors and supporters for the 3rd annual Florence Neal Cooper Smith Sickle Cell 5K Walk, named after the woman known as the mother of sickle cell in Virginia.
She was fighting this fight before I was born. She's still fighting this fight.
All newborns in Virginia are screened for sickle cell disease thanks to her efforts, and a professorship in her honor is the first of its kind to be named for a Black woman in the U.S.
But the work that Florence Neal Cooper Smith did was absolutely phenomenal.
The 3rd annual Florence Neal Cooper Smith 5K Walk for Sickle Cell is this Saturday at Dorey Park. You can still register. And once again, I'm honored to MC the event. I'm Reba Hollingsworth, CBS 6 News.